After many, a very long time of waiting and waiting and waiting, I can finally watch Elemental on Disney Plus, and boy, it became my favorite movie. I loved it so much, even though I have my gripes. It was so good that it was my top movie for about a week until I went and watched Paw Patrol the Mighty movie, and it rolled into second place. But that's for another time. We don't talk about that today.
Excuse me?
And what spiked me was I really wanted to draw them as humans. So actually, while watching it for the first time, I was drawing, like doodling them not as humans, but just as water and fire elements, just to get a feel for like how they look and how I'm gonna go about drawing them as humans. And it was so much fun drawing them. Like this is one of the times I had where I had fun drawing them. I don't know. I based their poses off of a reference of like I think it was a poster of them, but it was so much fun drawing them. Like I cannot explain how much fun I had shading and rendering the water and the fire effect, even though it may not look like water and fire. I don't know what water and fire looks like. I don't observe every single thing in my life. I'm not a creep. But it was so much fun trying to figure it out until we got to the dreading phase, which was creating a design for them. Now, creating a design wasn't that hard. I already like kind of knew what I wanted, but at the same time, I also didn't know what I want because it's just not really easy to translate something like Ember and Wade, something that's like water and fire, into humans, yet also like you can still see Ember and Wade, like the characters that Pixar has already given us. You can still see them. Like I can turn fire and water into like humans. Okay, I guess. But to have them mimic Ember and Wade was hard. I struggled. This is the first draft. The first draft looks terrible. I don't like it. I don't want to see it again. But I did spend time on it, so I have to see it. But I did like some of the concepts that, or like some things that I drew in the first draft. Like, I quite like Ember's hair. I quite like Ember's outfit, even though it looks like a towel wrapped around her or a bathrobe. I don't know. But it's kind of unique. But I did not like how I executed the pose. I think the pose was the big, and the body shape was the big thing that drew me off and made me want to redo it. For Wade's hair, I tried to give him like a shaved part on his left, which is our right, and the hair mimic waves, but it's quite hard because hair and water. Did I just say wave just now? Oh, whatever. Hair and water, they're like two different things. They mix, but they do not look good mixed in real life. And so trying to mix it in cartoon form is also not a good idea. What the hell am I saying? But yeah, I made him kind of round to kind of mimic his like actual round body in the movie, but it just looks like he's a balloon, honestly. I don't like how I drew him, which is the bigger reason why I did a second draft and spent way more time on this than needed. Umber, I was fine. I could let her pass. She wasn't great, but I could let her pass. But for Wade, I couldn't. So here we are at the second draft. I started with Wade because even though I wanted to start with Ember, I felt like drawing Wade first. And there was no problem with that. Now I use the page assist in Procreate to have like two separate pages, kind of like a sketchbook. And I've never used this feature. This is the first time of me using this feature, and it's pretty neat. I might use it in the future. But Wade's hair, I made him kind of like I took inspiration from Adrian from Miraculous Ladybug for the hair, and then just added like water droplets from the ends, like tear droplets but facing upwards at the ends, and then I literally just copied and pasted it and added a body so that I could draw like kind of a half body of what he looks like. And I gave him a bit of some muscles because the other one I kind of made him round, and I'm not very great with body diversity and drawing them. I I usually just stick to drawing the music freaks, and the music freaks have pretty generic like just default gacha anime sizes of body. So this is my first time drawing someone that's a bit bigger in size. So when the first time I tried to draw him more round, it didn't work. I gave him some muscles. I made him so kind of bigger. But the round arms just look too floppy. So some muscles to this, and I also did his eyes separately and rendered it kind of just how I think his eyes would be rendered. It's not very detailed on how it's rendered, but I think I like the eyes a lot. For Ember, I actually changed her hair quite a bit. I loved the old hair, but I still changed it. I made her ahoge be shaped like a heart. It's my headcanon that it changes her heart when she sees Wade. It's just a little headcanon. But I kept it actually quite similar, yet I changed a lot. It looks quite different, yet quite similar. Where I kept like the curls, like the frilly curls. I gave her a wolf cut this time, which is also my first time drawing. I don't draw a lot of diversity of stuff. I just draw Haley. So it was fun drawing a wolf card. And for the shading for both of them, I did try to emulate to mimic just fire and water, but I don't know how much I executed it well. I think Ember's one is fine, but Wade's one was quite a struggle. And for their clothings, I just kept it as similar as I could to like their clothes in the movie and the little Ember and Wade that I drew. I didn't make Ember's like little collar as low as the first one. At first, I loved it, like being like it being low, but then I didn't want to because it would hit the belt. It would be too close to the belt, and it just looked. I just feel like it would look weird, so I just made it a normal V neck kind of collar, and then gave her a fiery belt and her eyes. I think her eyes are really pretty as well. Other than the little gripes I have, this movie is still pretty much second place until another movie comes. And that's it.